Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a spike in COVID-19 cases here in eastern Kentucky has health officials wondering if people are still taking the virus seriously. And we now know more about the situation at the Letcher County Jail after one employee there tested positive for the virus. And police in Ohio are asking for help with finding information about how a Corbin man died after being reported missing in 2015.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Lacey Roberts, and thank you for joining me on Mountain News This Morning. Today is Wednesday, June 17th, and also Hump Day. We've already made it through the first part of the week, and the temperatures outside have been wonderful. Let's bring in Brandon Robinson to see what we can expect for today. And I know upcoming on the weekend it's going to be hot, but let's enjoy it while we can, right?
That's exactly right, Lacey, and we're going to see again more rain chances today in scattered form, more cool temperatures. It's all thanks to that stubborn low that's parked off of the Carolina coastline. Let's take a look at line pinpoint Doppler radar this morning. Some heavier bands of rain moving through parts of West Virginia, but for the most part, just a few stray showers there. I'll get that word out here in a second. Across parts of eastern Kentucky, no major activity this morning. Not seeing a whole lot of fog just yet. We'll keep an eye out for that too. Temperatures a touch warmer in some locations than it was this time yesterday. 60 Irvine, 61 in London, 60 in Prestonsburg, a lot of mid to upper 50s there across our region this morning. The out the door forecast only takes us to right around 70 today. Part of that thanks to some cloud cover, and part of that thanks to some basically increased rain chances. Not a lot of increase. They'll still be scattered, but they'll be around today. The rest of that forecast coming up here in just a little bit. Lacey.
Thank you, Brandon. And support continues to pour in for Congressman Andy Barr after his wife, Carol, died unexpectedly yesterday. Barr's chief of staff released a statement last night announcing the death. This was the scene of their home last night from our sister station, WKYT. Emergency crews were at Barr's Lexington home for hours. Barr, who represents Kentucky's 6th district, married Carol back in 2008. They have 2 young daughters. Carol Barr grew up in Georgetown and graduated from the UK. She worked for Pfizer and had served as the executive director for the Henry Clay Center for Statesmanship in Lexington. We do not know the cause of the death at this time, and we will keep you updated as we learn more over on our website, WYMT.com. And we've learned that 203 more people in Kentucky have now tested positive for COVID-19. That puts Kentucky's total at more than 12,800 cases. Governor Beshear also announced the state's death toll is up to 512, and that's up 7 since Monday. And one of those deaths was in Clay County. But as of last night, more than 3,400 Kentuckians have recovered, and that's good news. And on June 29th, public pools will be allowed to reopen along with gatherings of up to 50 people. New guidelines from Healthy at Work require pools to limit capacity and practice social distancing. Any waiting areas, saunas, and steam rooms will stay closed, though. And a spike in COVID-19 cases is leaving public health directors wondering if people are still taking the virus seriously as reopenings are still in full swing. Now, for instance, the pandemic had quite a beginning in Clay County, but since the weekend, 7 new cases were reported in the county and 1 man died Monday night. Just up the road on Route 421, Jackson County has nearly 20 new cases. In both counties, several of these cases are connected to local churches, as officials warn people not to become complacent as the economy reopens.
Just worry that people might be downplaying the risk of COVID in order to be together and socialize or worship together.
Now, all of the people are self-isolating and none have been hospitalized. We also learned about new cases in several other counties yesterday. Laurel County reported 8 new cases, which takes them past the 50 mark. Perry County is now up to 36 cases, and a 19-year-old that worked at the Whitesburg Walmart tested positive, and that's in Letcher County. And also in Letcher County, the Letcher County Jail announced that one of their part-time employees tested positive for the virus. That employee was at the jail on Saturday when he was told that he came in contact with someone who tested positive. The employee immediately left the jail to get tested. Letcher County Jail Bert Sloan says that they quickly disinfected and started to contact trace.
It's what you're trying to do to isolate those people when they do come into your jail and keep them away from the other population. It hopefully will be the good work to keep people safe.
Now, for precautionary reasons, Sloan says that he sent 8 inmates and other employees to also get tested. The results that have come back are all negative. And authorities in Ohio have identified human remains found in a state park back in 2016 as a Corbin native. Ryan Zimmerman would have been 22 at that time, and he moved to Columbus shortly before his death. His parents reported him missing back in 2015. In 2016, he then unidentified remains were found at Grand Lake State Park. Now, evidence shows Zimmerman's body was severed at the head and spine. It was also severed from the knees and elbows down. He was identified through DNA evidence, and police say they do have a person of interest in this case. And the Richmond Register reports that the body of a missing Madison County teenager was found yesterday. Crews have been at Harrington Lake looking for Emmanuel Pruitt for just nearly 1 week. The 17-year-old was swimming with friends last Wednesday when he went underwater and did not come back up. Pruitt would have been a senior and football player at Madison Central High School. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, as Kentucky is seeing higher numbers of drownings this summer, we talk with the experts about how to stay safe on the water.
We continue to track scattered rain chances and cooler temperatures at least for a couple more days. We'll tell you on warm-up this coming here in about 3 minutes.